Hey content creators, Nina here, and today we're going to jump right into the training of Placeit by Envato. And today we're going to create a logo, a t-shirt, a mock-up, and an Instagram post. Now, before you get started with this, I already did a review or an overview of what Placeit is, but basically you can create anything in this application. And what's great about it is you don't have to have any design skills. You don't have to learn any design skills. You just pick what you want and it's done in seconds, right? So watch that video first if you have not taken a look at it, and then we'll dive right in. So first thing we're gonna do is create a logo. So here you'll see there's a couple of ways to create a logo. I can go with the logo maker, or I can pick my profession. Now, today I'm gonna be a DJ. So first I'm gonna start with just picking one from hip hop. Now, again, if you don't create a lot of designs, or maybe you're hiring someone on your team that's an admin assistant, they don't have a lot of design skills, but they need to actually assist you with designs, this is great because it's just kind of knowing your colors, picking a couple of things and moving on. So here we have the logo, and you can see that there's different designs here. Each time you come in here, it's gonna have a different type of design, and you really can just select any design that you want. And so for instance, I can start here with Ginger Danger. All right, let's go through how we can customize this. Remember, we don't have to actually do any editing in this graphic. So on your left-hand side, it says Ginger Danger. That points to Ginger Danger. Remember, I'm DJ Nina. We could either do it that way, and it does take a while, or it's taken a while, at least from me. Lately I've noticed a little bit slower, so I can do DJ Nina. If I don't want the second line, I can just click on the eyeball and it won't show, and I could put everything on DJ Nina, one line there. So you do have leeway to make changes, but you don't necessarily have to use it that way. I don't like the way this looks, so I'm gonna change it back to the first one. Okay, now we're gonna move over to the right-hand side while that's updating. Notice the size updated automatically as well. Now the background, keep in mind this is a logo, so even though you may wanna color initially, you may wanna download one with color, and then you wanna go back and do it without the background, which is transparent, so you can actually download and use it in multiple places. We'll come back to that though. Keep in mind that this app gives you the ability to go month to month. You can do annual, which I think is like $80 for the whole year, or there's free templates as well. One of the things that I like is as you're going down here, you can change these to your brand color. So let's act like my brand color is this purple. And now remember, you do want to be specific. So if you have your hex colors, you can go down to more and type in the actual number. So you can have your actual brand colors, right? I'm gonna change this back. I don't remember what it was. Let's change her to this color, right? So as you're making the changes, you can see them here. Now you can actually change it to an entirely different design. Now, right now it's on retro. I know there's a lot of different ones, so I'm gonna actually just type in Afro, which actually this came up with this. So let's say girl, right? So let's say we are a DJ, but for now, let's go ahead and use this. What I like about this is it keeps your colors. So you can try different ones and it will keep the colors that you have, right? In fact, you can change your main colors. You can kind of play around with it. We'll go ahead and leave it like that for now. There are background effects. So you can see this is the little effect in the background. So I can change that as well. I would keep it really, really neat and very minimal. But again, you can kind of change this depending on how you want it to look, right? I'm gonna go back to the very basic, or you can actually change it to no image at all, right? So in this case, I would download my image. Remember, we're gonna download it once with the background color, which looks really nice. And then we're gonna download it without the background using transparency, so we can actually create things like our t-shirts and our graphics or our mugs or whatever swag we wanna create. Now, one thing I do like about Placeit is I don't have to go through selecting the folder, downloading everything right now. It's processing in the background, and I'll receive an email to download it, and I can come here and view my previous design. So I can always come back in here and look at all of the designs that I created. It's always saved there, all right? So I'm just gonna save this draft for now. One thing I did skip is the color. So if these colors aren't your brand colors, you can change them here as well. I'm gonna go ahead and leave them as is, but I just wanted to show you how it looks when you change the colors. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the original color. What I do love as well is if you scroll down, say you have a design you like, you can look at other similar designs that other people have done or that have similar templates. So if I wanna change to these templates, it's really easy because it's finding things that you already know, that it already knows that you like, and you can actually click on the arrow to look at more designs. So basically everything is done for you. As you're going through, here I'm just gonna click to apply this template, right? And you would just go through and select your items again and update it. I wish that it would update with your text automatically, but it does not. All right, so the next thing that I'm gonna wanna do, I love that it's like the dab over here. The next thing that I'm gonna wanna do is show you just real quick, logo maker. So the difference between the first one and the second one is this gives you more options to look at. So let's say I am a DJ, right? I'm gonna type in, and actually you type in your brand name, and it's gonna assume it knows what you do. In this case, it's going to change me to a musician. Close enough, right? So in this case, it's gonna give you different styles according to the industry that you're in. Okay, so you'll see different designs, right? This would be great for a DJ, right? It's a little much. I know I'm more of a minimalist, and again, you wanna make sure that your logo doesn't have too much going on. You wanna keep it really, really simple, but let's do this. And actually, let me just show you. You can also add graphics to this. Now, it's not gonna add them to all of them, just the ones that have a placement or placeholder for that type of graphic. So it's now added that image to all of these graphics. Isn't it easy to kind of see in general how your graphic would look or how your logo would look? I love it. All right, I'm gonna stick with the first one. Super easy, super simple. It just has some designs. You can also use the heart in the top right-hand corner. I'll show you that when I scroll down a little bit, but if you're browsing, you can look at several different designs. So I can go over there, heart that one, and say that's my favorite, that's my favorite. Again, it's showing you other designs that are very similar to the one that you selected, and you can just select the one that works for you. Okay, we're gonna keep it this way. DJ Nina, we'll say Queen of Beats. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that there. Let's make sure I spelled Queen right. Queen of Beats. Okay, good. Again, you would select your colors. These are a little bright for me. Let's actually tone this down a little bit with this color, and let's tone this down a little with this color. And then on your right-hand side, you'll want to choose your colors again. And remember, you save it with the background and then again with the transparency. Now, again, you can actually change the background on these. And it just gives you another way to create your logo. This gives you a lot of different options. And in fact, there are certain options that will allow you to add multiple images or multiple graphics in the background, but super simple to create your logo. All right, so we're gonna use the first logo that we created. Now, what's next is let's create a t-shirt. So let's say you wanna create a t-shirt to give swag away to your clients, or maybe you're actually starting a t-shirt design company and you need to design t-shirts. Let's go now. Super simple, we're gonna go up to designs, and notice there are t-shirt designs as well as t-shirt labels. Again, if you haven't went through my first video, it goes through all of the other design types also, but for now, we're just gonna go ahead and start with the t-shirt design. You're gonna use the filter on your left-hand side to actually help you decide, because there are a lot. In fact, there are 7,380 different designs. You don't wanna go through them all, so you're gonna wanna pick a category over here, right? In fact, for us, let's say that we have like an 80s or 90s feel. Let's start with 80s, right? I really like this little retro look. They have a lot of little retro items, right? So let's start with, since we're a DJ, let's do back to the 80s. We'll go ahead and select this one. Now remember, you don't have to do designing, you just have to figure out where you want items. So here you'll see that on the left-hand side, there's text that's already in here. The first part, and I can move it if I want, but I'm just gonna leave it, right? There's the first part and then the second part. If you ever move something and then you change your mind, at the top right-hand corner, you can select reset layout and it will go back to exactly how you started. All right, so if you wanna add additional text, you can add text here, and notice you can add multiple text. So you can move it all over and it keeps the same format as the design. So you don't have to change anything. You don't have to change the font. You don't have to change, the colors. They should all be cohesive with the design you created, okay? If you don't want them anymore, one thing that you'll have to do is go over here and just like that, you're just going to hide them by clicking the eyeball. So here it's gonna be DJ, and let's go ahead and just do bringing you 80s beats. I don't know, right? Now we have our logo. I'm gonna go ahead and click here to upload our logo if we'd like. And in fact, in this design, it's probably a little too messy to bring in that big logo, but if you like, you can add your logo on here as well, or just add text, right? You may wanna bring this up, but in general, you're all set. You can come over here and change the colors to your brand colors if you need. I'm just gonna go ahead and select the brand colors that we had before because they're already saved here. These are your recently used colors. Now, again, one of the things that you're gonna want to keep in mind is that this is actually set to have a background. However, if you're creating a t-shirt, you don't want the background in there, right? So I'm going to remove the background. Now remember, you can add a logo here, or I'm just gonna upload another graphic. If you've done your design anywhere else, Canva, or you have a design or someone created it for you, you can always upload other designs here by using upload image. I don't need this image, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, right? Easy peasy. So I'm gonna save the draft and then I'm going to download it. Keep in mind that it's not gonna actually prompt you to download. You can always go back and click to download. There's other designs that might match. What's great is the next thing that you would need to do with your design is create a mock-up. So it's already choosing mock-ups for you. Look at this. So easy, right? So it can show off your t-shirt, not only on a t-shirt, but on a bag, and you can go to your right? And it takes a little bit to upload, but it automatically show you your design on several different images. Okay, so to design a mock-up, there are two different ways. If you go to the mock-up generator, it's great because you can see all of the different items, right? You can do flyers and brochures and t-shirts. And this is great. You can actually go through and heart them to say which ones you like. But here's a trick that's gonna save you time. If I go up to mockups and I go to, let's say, long sleeve tees, what's great is you now have two options that lessen the time it takes to see what you like. So I can click on upload your design here. And I am going to upload my design for my t-shirt, right? Now remember, I also downloaded my logo, so I can do this with my logo as well. So in this case, you just wanna crop it so it just fits as closely as it can to the corners, and click on crop. I love this feature because now I can see exactly how it would look on a shirt, and I can choose the mock-up that I like. Not only that, I can change the shirt color. So look at the background. Maybe I want to consider doing black shirts. What this is going to do is change each of the shirts to black. Now, on the left-hand side, as it's doing that, notice you can choose a boy, a girl, a man or a woman, Asian, Black, Hispanic. I love this portion because you can narrow it down to what your audience would look like, right? So you can say a Black model, I can say a woman, so I can make it specific, or I can leave it as is. What it's doing now is it's changing all of these to fit the colors that you chose. Great feature and really, really easy to do. Again, I can actually, I'm gonna go ahead and upload my logo. Remember, I'm doing this with a t-shirt, but you can create a mock-up for a mug, for a printable, for anything that you're creating or designing. Now, if you have an Etsy shop, this is a great way to show off any of your designs. I use it in my Etsy shop for my illustrations as a way to show how people can use the designs I create. All right, I'm gonna click on crop here. Now this time it's gonna upload my DJ shirt. And again, it's going to replace everything that we have here. Remember, this is fictitious, so I probably wouldn't have a logo that's that bright if I were a DJ, but this would be great. I would just download it here. And there you go, it's processing. Okay, so I can take this off and I can look at all of the graphics. It's just a great way to go through and use your graphics. Actually, when you have two people, so let's use these two right here, you can add a different image on each one. So you can show, for instance, we have our logo, and then we also have our other graphic, right? So you can put each of the graphics on a different person. So it just gives you the option to add. So if you have, the way I would use this, honestly, is if I had a design that I had multiple ways, with maybe different colors or different types, I would do it that way. So now we have each of our designs on the shirt. You can change the shirt colors, right? And then I can download. So maybe if I'm just trying to sell one of the shirts, I can do one of these in a white shirt, one of these in a black shirt. Notice it has the t-shirt design maker, which we've already done, but just a great tool. The last thing that I would do is, now that we have our design, you want to promote it on social media, right? And so what I'm gonna do is go all the way to the top, and I can actually create either designs or videos for Instagram stories, right? So either one, I'm just gonna go ahead and create an Instagram story, and I am going to look on the left-hand side for a clothing brand, because even though we're a DJ, we want to sell our clothes, right? Okay, so I've downloaded my designs, and one thing I can do is come here. I'm gonna go ahead and select this one. It's a video. You can preview it by just holding your mouse over it, or I can just click on it. And so in this case, you want to choose your own image, right? So I'm going to upload the image, and I'm actually going to choose the two images that we created here in Placeit. I'm going to crop this a little bit more since it's online. I don't want any of, there we go. And I'm going to move it down just a bit. There we go. I don't want any of the transparent space on here because you're gonna wanna be very specific in these images. Unlike when we created, like you're putting your logo on the t-shirt where you can have some hanging over. In these places, you do wanna make sure the full picture is in there. I'm gonna zoom in just a little, center it a little bit, and click on crop. His face is so funny to me. It's like he's really trying to practice looking hard. I'm dating myself. In the Bay Area, E40, that was the song, Practice Looking Hard.
Hey man, oh my God. They shouldn't have never gave me what I needed.
Anyways, so then you would pick your brand colors. You can pick your colors for the transition. I'm gonna keep it as black and white, but again, you can pick your colors. Notice there is also music that you can select here. If I click on the music, you can go through. I would choose either hip hop or jazz or whatever. You can choose whatever you want. Okay, I'm just gonna select. I also think it's funny what they call hip hop on all these apps where they have hip hop music. Anyways, so I have the music. One of the things that you're gonna wanna do is go through and update your own text. I'm not gonna do that here, but you go ahead and update your own text, and you can have more information there. Remember, it's on a story, so you can click, you can add items from your story for them to buy or click or link to. Okay, so we added one slide. Remember, it's a story. You can add additional slides and you can select other slides from here. So you can just be consistent and create a bunch of items that are great for your brand. We're gonna leave that as is for now, and I can play all. So after I play all the slides, it kind of shows you a video preview of everything. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now all I'd have to do is download it. Notice I could not download, and you may not have seen this. Download was not available until you previewed it here. So you don't have to add the additional slide, but you do have to play it. You can also choose the playback speed here, but in the end, you just download it and it's ready for your stories or for whatever it is that you're trying to create. That was super duper easy. So in under 25 minutes or so, we've created a logo, we've created t-shirts, we've created mock-ups, and we've created videos. And just a tip, again, if you have an Etsy shop, just having images is one thing, but if you create a video, they're making it a point to show their videos to multiple people. So you can create videos for your Etsy shop, you can create videos for your web page, for Pinterest. This is just a great way to show off whatever it is. You know, this is, in this case, we did swag, but you can actually do this for any of your designs that you're creating. All right, if you have any questions, leave them below and let me know if you want more videos like this on graphic design applications and video editing apps that you may not have known about before. Ciao for now.